Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. This video is going to be for the sign of Gemini. We're going to be taking a sneak peek into 2023. This is going to be for Gemini Sun, Moon, Venus rising, anyone with heavy placements in Gemini, or who is drawn to or resonates strongly with Gemini energy. If you were drawn to this reading and you do not necessarily consider yourself to have strong Gemini in your chart, there's probably still a reason you were drawn to it. So go ahead and watch and take what resonates and leave the rest. Even if you are a Gemini through and through, take what resonates and leave the rest, because this is a general reading. Of course, not everything is going to resonate for everyone. With that being said, let's jump right into it. We are going to be looking at the first half of 2023 and then the second half of 2023. And I want to start out with you guys. Oh, interesting. I am being drawn to the Messenger Oracle. So I feel like there may be a couple initial messages that want to come out for you from this deck here. Clear. Let's get some opening energy for the first half of 2023 for the sign of Gemini. And I do appreciate everyone's patience as these videos come out. It is taking me a little bit of time still navigating with the little one. So I appreciate you. Every sign will be out in due time. So if your sign has not come out yet, just know that it will, and I haven't forgotten about you. All right, so the two cards that came out for you, Gemini, are Seek the Lesson and Protect the Wild and Green. So interesting energies and messages, and this is wolf energy or wolf medicine coming through. So for those of you who like to work with animal spirits, you may want to look into the energy of the wolf as a guiding force for you in this beginning half of 2023. And what this energy is saying, and what Spirit wants you to know as you begin to move through 2023, is that there is a lesson in everything for you. And we know this, we talk about this all the time. There's always something to be learned from every experience. But in this beginning half of 2023, there are some really powerful lessons in all of the circumstances that you're experiencing. So pay attention to what's going on in your life and what it is in every situation that you encounter. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Excuse me. I started getting a tickle in my throat as soon as I started doing this video for you guys. So there's some throat chakra energy going on there. Perhaps needing to speak truth. That may resonate for somebody. I'm dealing with clearing and healing the throat chakra. But that'll come up if it comes up. But yeah, look at every situation. What is the lesson in this? In every interaction that you have, in every relationship, what is the lesson? What can I learn from this person? What can I learn from this situation? Spirit wants you to be really aware of that. And for some of you guys, I feel like there is a powerful lesson that you've been learning for quite some time. And you're really in earnest going to be working on whatever this is in 2023. Like if this is a lesson that you've been learning for many years, perhaps for many lifetimes, 2023 feels like crunch time as far as really getting to the nuts and bolts and really learning and integrating this. And that's what I'm feeling for a lot of you Geminis, is you've been learning a lesson for a long time and you've learned it on an intellectual level, right? You guys are that mercurial energy. You process a lot intellectually. But now it's really time to synthesize it on a heart level. And when we know when we've internalized a lesson on this heart level, when we're able to live the principles of that lesson in our daily lives, when we're able to put that lesson into action, essentially. So some of you may want to think about, what is something that I have been working on for a long time? What is a repeating if you don't know, look at the repeating circumstances in your life. They will show you the lesson that's wanting to be learned. So see those repeating circumstances and say, what do these all have in common? What's the common denominator? And from there, you'll begin to understand what the lesson is, what is presenting itself, what truth, what understanding, what wisdom is presenting itself in order for you to understand and internalize. And that energy of wisdom is coming through really strongly. I'm feeling the owl as another totem animal for you this year. And also on the bottom of the deck, we have the lion, have courage. So the lion as well may be another animal. You guys have a lot of animal totems that want to work with you this year. I was drawn, so I'll probably pull some cards from it as well to this animal spirit deck that I have. My eyes kind of fell on it when I was getting ready to do your reading as well. So definitely feeling a lot of animal medicine, working with animal medicine. Your spirit animals this year is going to be powerful for a lot of you guys. And having courage, so it's being bold. Doing the thing that scares you, and we've been talking about this a lot on this channel. This is a big energy for you in particular, Gemini, as it's like channeling your inner Leo is kind of like what that is with the lion, right? And it's likened to the strength card and the tarot. So I'm feeling that energy of the strength card as well, which is also mastery, right? And the strength card, one of the interpretations of it that I like the best is the mastering of the mind. When you see in that card, there's a woman and she's taming the lion. The lion is representative of the mind. And so really working with that, you guys, with all that mercurial energy, with all of that mental energy, it's really, really important for you guys to have an outlet for that. That's why I'm speaking, sharing what's on your mind. Writing can be really great for you guys as well, communicating. And also balancing the mind through meditation is really important for people with a lot of mercurial energy, a lot of Gemini energy, a lot of air energy in their charts. You guys are mutable air, of course. So yeah, feeling that strength card for you guys as well. And that can be the strength that's gained through experience and overcoming not just the mind, but adversity and challenge. So I'm feeling that for you guys as well. There are going to be moments throughout 2023 when you are going to have to call upon your courage. When you may experience events and circumstances that really challenge you in order for you to grow. And what's growing is your knowledge of your own inner strength and fortitude. I'm definitely feeling that energy of independence for you guys this year. Yes, the wolf is a pack animal, right? As is the lion. But they also, there's an individualistic energy about both of these animals as well. Even though they travel in a pack, they are also individuals. And they do sometimes, we have like the phrase, the lone wolf, right? They do sometimes go off on their own as well. And so I'm feeling, and Gemini, you are a very social sign, right? So you guys are pack animals in a sense. But there may be times during this first half of 2023 when you are needing to go your own way, or you are needing to really work on your own independence and your ability to sit with yourself. It is only when we sit with our thoughts that we're able to master them. If we're running from our thoughts all the time, running from our own minds, we're not able to master the energy of them. But we don't just sit and allow our minds to run amok, right? This is like through meditation and breath work and things like that, sitting with the mind, mastering the mind, not through allowing it to run away with us and fall into loops of obsession and compulsion. That's not the kind of energy we're talking about, but there is this energy of learning to be comfortable being alone with the self. And then protect the wild and green. So for some of you guys in this first half of 2023, you may align yourselves with a cause. You may champion especially for the environment. I'm feeling this energy of the wild too. So some of you guys, it may not even necessarily be nature itself, but it may be it could be animals, right? We have all this animal energy. Some of you guys could be working to help with conservation of endangered species. I don't know if conservation of endangered, I don't know if that's the right word to use in that context, but the preservation of endangered species, the conservation of wildlife, or it could be just this energy of wildness. Standing up for and championing some sector of the population that is a bit more, that has a wildness to them. Yeah, and this energy as well, when I'm looking at this and I'm feeling this with the sword here, green makes me think of the heart chakra. So it's like protecting the thing that you love. Some of you guys, I feel like you have been protecting your hearts for a really long time. In 2023, maybe a time you may be feeling a bit protective of your heart in the beginning of 2023. For some of you guys, this courage, maybe you needing courage to take a leap when it comes to love. I don't know. We'll see if anything comes out about that later in the cards. Setting boundaries. Some of you guys may be called to protect your heart by setting boundaries. But for a lot of you guys, it's this energy too of protecting and standing up for the thing or the things or the people or the places that you love. You're going to be feeling called to take a stand. And that's where you're going to have courage once again. So we have Reveal Your Truth coming out with Honor Gaia. And that was inverted originally. I don't really know that I read inversions in this deck though. But it's taking off the mask, right? With this Reveal Your Truth, this is revealing the truth of who you are. If there's been some part of yourself that you've been hiding, it's time to let that be known. It's time to let that be seen. If you've been pretending to feel a certain way, you've been afraid to share your thoughts, your feelings. And you guys, like, the funny thing about Gemini, right, is like you guys are good at small talk. You're really good at chatting people up. You're good at holding conversation. But when it comes to the deeper things, the deeper truths within yourself, sometimes those can be harder for you to share. And so you're being asked to get a little deeper, to go a little deeper in 2023. There's something, it's like the energy of coming out of the closet, but that doesn't necessarily have to be in like the traditional way that we view that. For some of you guys, it might be. But it's like, where have you been? What have you been hiding about yourself, about how you really think, what you really want, who you truly are, what you really feel? It's time to reveal a bit more of yourself. Whether this is to individual people in your life or on a larger scale as well. Like some of you guys, if you are in sort of in the greater sphere of energy, meaning like say you have a presence on social media, say you have a presence within a group or an organization, you're well known in some type of circle or in some type of energy. There may be like a persona that needs to be discarded because you've outgrown it and you've realized that was a mask that you were hiding behind. That's not the truth of who you are either. And this Honor Gaia, there's a lot of energy here coming out for you guys as far as becoming more attuned to the planet, working with the energies of the planet, work with nature. Working with nature during this first half of 2023 is going to keep you grounded and balanced. And with all that mental energy, you guys need to be you need grounding. So working with her, coming into right relationship with Mother Earth is going to be really powerful for you guys. And all the different ways that you can work with her energy. I'm feeling like earth magic. If some of you guys are pagan or Wiccan or whatever, some of you might be interested in pursuing some of those types of spiritualities. There's just going to be really something magical for you in this first half of 2023 if you allow yourself to connect with nature more and you become a champion for her well-being. And she really wants to connect with you, and I think that's why the animal energy, the animal totems and animal spirits came right out for you guys too. Right? Because animals are part of nature. All right. So she wants to connect with you in every way possible. She wants to heal you. If you have been seeking healing, look into like an herbal medicine Look into holistic types of medicine and healing as well. Look towards building a more nurturing relationship and sustainable relationship with food, with energy. And then we have wash away your burdens. And so I'm feeling the nature and also the water element, working with the water element in this first half of 2023 is going to be powerful for you as well. There's a lot of heaviness that you hold within yourself, within your heart. That this first half of 2023 is offering you a chance to liberate yourself from some of that. It's a very 10 of Wands kind of an energy. Like this is your 2023 is your opportunity to put the burdens down. Whether this is emotional heaviness that you've been carrying for a long time, whether this is responsibilities you've taken on, which may not be yours to carry, whether this is literally like holding the weight of the world on your shoulders, it's time to allow some of that to be released. And nature, Mother Gaia, the tree spirits, the animal spirits, the water spirits, they want to assist you in this process of cleansing and releasing. They want to help you feel a lot lighter, right? Revealing your truth, taking off the mask, that's gonna make you feel lighter. Reconnecting with nature is going to make you feel lighter. Working with the energy of water. All of this is going to make you feel lighter. All right, let's see. What do I want to pull for tarot for you guys? Interesting. I'm wanting to pull a Divine Feminine Oracle for you guys right now before we get into any tarot here. All right, clear. What Divine Feminine Goddess would like to give a message to Gemini for this first half of 2023? Yeah, I'm really feeling for a lot of you guys this energy of environmentalism, becoming much more conscious about the environment and the planet and the impact that you have and humanity has on it and how it is that you can help. And I feel like taking action around that in some way is going to help to release some of this heaviness and these burdens that you carry. When it comes to like the guilt and the sadness, I feel like some of you guys, it's like you take on the burden for a lot of humanity, where there's so many people who don't really care or think about the environment, think about the impact that humans are having on this planet. It's like you carried the burden of that for a long time, whether you realized it or not. There's been a heaviness surrounding that, and taking action around conservation is really going to help you to release some of that heaviness, that guilt almost. And there may be even, it feels like past life guilt here as well, which is interesting when it comes to the environment, when it comes to Mother Gaia and the ways that she's been treated. Yeah, very interesting. So we have the Black Madonna coming out for you guys. Our Lady of the Hermits. I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. And then we have Inanna, the Queen of Heaven and Earth. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. All right, so these are powerful energies coming through for you guys. Inanna is also a version of Venus, right? Of Isis. So there are lessons here, and this could be going back to that original energy of seeking the lesson. There are lessons here that you guys have been learning and that you will be continuing to learn, surrounding the pain, the heartbreak, the disappointment that you've experienced, and the ways that you are able to overcome and transmute that energy in order to live and embody more love. And so anytime that you, and this is one of your great gifts, is this ability to love in the face of all the heartbreak, in the face of everything, all of the negative experiences. And we don't just have these in this lifetime. We have these over many lifetimes, right? This pain and suffering. And this is part of that protecting your heart energy, right? Some of you guys, it's like you're protecting your heart because your heart has been, like, people have kind of walked all over it. In this life and past lives as well. All right, so there's a lot of pain and suffering. And so this year, 2023, is about learning how to open up your heart. Instead of hardening your heart against love, against connection, because you don't want to get hurt again. It's about opening yourself up. Instead of shrinking down, you're being called to allow yourselves to expand, to allow your heart to expand. To alchemize all of that pain and suffering, to allow it to make you more empathetic, to allow it to make you more courageous, to strengthen you, right? When you have experienced much pain and suffering, you really understand the pain and suffering of others. All right, so you're, like, a lot of you watching this video are probably empaths. And remember, not all empaths are super emotional and super open. Some empaths have been hurt so powerfully that they shut down and they almost feel and look like the opposite energy. All right, so just because you're not super emotional does not mean that you're not an empath. All right, some of you guys are going to be opening up to this realization and understanding of yourself as an empath. And this may be part of what you've shielded yourself against for some time. Like, maybe you noticed that you are actually really great at tuning into the emotions of others, at reading the energy of others. But you've kind of closed yourself off to it because it hurts too much. And sometimes when you connect with the pain of others, it reconnects you to the pain within yourself that you've been running from. So it was easier to cut that off completely. But now you're beginning to see and understand your empathic nature as a great strength. And so some of you, if you have feared that aspect of yourself, you're coming into a deeper understanding and relationship with that. And you're seeing it as a strength instead of a liability. And for others of you, you're very aware of your empathic nature. And it's been difficult for you to endure the pain of others, the pain of the world, the pain of Mother Nature herself, right? But you're beginning to learn in 2023 how to master the energy of being an empath, how to be a master empath, right? This is a training that you're undergoing this year. And a master empath is one who transmutes lower vibratory energy into love. Who doesn't take on the energies around them as their own or confuse them with their own energy. Who's able to witness that and hold space. And hold space for their own pain and suffering, but understands how to then shift that energy. How to alchemize and transform that energy and use that for fuel. So some of you guys, whatever painful circumstances, whatever heartbreaks you've gone through, they're in effect, and some of you guys may go through a majorly painful circumstance in the beginning of 2023 that's meant to crack you wide open. If that's the way that your heart has to be open, then that's the way it will be opened. It will be cracked wide open. But ultimately, this is going to lead to a much greater capacity to love, to hold space for others, to hold space for yourself. And there's powerful healing that comes in the wake of whatever this heartbreak is. And I'm being drawn to the fact that she has a child with her on this card. So for some of you guys, there may be energy relating to children and family where this is concerned as well. And then the Anana card, once again, this card is connected to this. You're really being called in 2023 to fall in love with all of the aspects of who you are. To release the fear of judgment, because there's a huge energy here with this hesitancy to reveal yourself, to reveal and speak and live your truth, has to do with a fear of being judged. And so the key here is when we truly love and accept ourselves, it doesn't matter. We don't care who's judging us, right? When we no longer judge ourselves, the judgment of others, it literally just like bounces right off of us. And the funny thing is, like, people are going to judge you no matter what you do. Whether you're living your truth or not, people are going to judge. So you might as well go ahead and live your truth anyway. You might as well be who you really are. And yeah, there is a little bit, it might, in one respect, you can think that it might hurt a little more when people are judging you for being who you really are versus for being somebody or something that you're not. But like we said, once again, when you accept yourself, it doesn't matter. All right? And when we have the full courage to be ourselves, that's when we attract our soul tribe. That's when we attract the people that truly vibe and resonate with us. We're not going to attract them if we're hiding who we are. And there's a lot of, like, you see her wings. You have a lot of angelic assistance when it comes to this. And I'm being drawn back again. And one last thing I want to say before I bounce back to the other card. I have nothing to hide. When you're living your truth, when you're speaking your truth and living in your integrity all the time, when you have no more secrets, there's a lot of anxiety that gets released when we have nothing to hide. All right? When we no longer have to project this false image into the world, like, that saves a lot of time and energy. For some of you guys, it's like some sort of secret has been, like, for lack of a better term, like burning a hole in your pocket. And for some of you guys, I feel like literally burning a hole in your gut. Like, you may actually be developing ulcers because you've been keeping something a secret for so long. And it's time to give yourself the gift of releasing that burden, the burden of carrying that secret, whether it's yours or somebody else's. If it is causing you this much distress, it's time to get it out there. When we have nothing to hide, it's so liberating and freeing. So I hope that a lot of you can experience that in 2023. And going back to this, I'm picking up on a past life energy here too. With the mother and the child here, it feels like royalty. Like a queen, a king or a queen and their child. Losing a child, maybe. I don't know. There's something here with that. Being separated from a child. Almost like somebody who had a child. Somebody who was royalty and they had a child out of wedlock. And that child had to be hidden. Because they couldn't inherit the throne, or they threw like kind of a kink in the works when it came to who was to succeed the king. Some sort of energy like that where this child had to be like carted off. And perhaps didn't even know who his true mother was. And like the pain of losing that child. Something like that. That's really interesting. That's going to be for somebody. And this theme may be repeating itself in this lifetime when it comes to maybe having to give a child up for adoption. When it comes to... Or in a different sense where it's like the child may not know who both of its true parents are. This may even be actually for the viewer. You may not know who you may find. There could be a powerful secret. Whether this is that your child has, and I'm sorry if I'm blowing up somebody's spot right now, but your child has a different parent than the one that you've led people to believe. Or your partner has led people to believe. Or you may be finding out that you, who you thought your parents were is not the case either. Some people may be finding out that they were adopted. But there's like a reunion and an energy of coming back together here that I'm feeling as well. Like, I feel like in that scenario, ultimately these two were reunited, or they were meant to be. If they weren't reunited in that life, perhaps they're being reunited in this life. So that's really interesting, just an aside there. Do we have one more card that wants to come out? One more card from the Divine Feminine Oracle. Well, that's a lot of cards. We're not taking all those cards. Okay, there we go. Thank you. We have Mao Shan, the Princess of Mercy. Giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. And we got the tiger there. All right, so we got the tiger and the lion. Tiger, lion, wolf. I was feeling owl as well. Trees themselves. A lot of these different animal and nature spirits here. Butterflies in this card as well. She's holding an apple. And the apple represents knowledge, right? In the biblical sense. So a gift of knowledge, I feel. And you guys, you love to know things, right? That information, facts, knowledge, that's your jam. The gift of some type of knowledge being gifted to you in this beginning of 2023. Some sort of wisdom. But it could be knowledge. Like, I'm thinking of the fable of Adam and Eve now, right? And the price that was paid for that knowledge. So there may be a price to pay. And I feel like this is a message for somebody who's seeking knowledge or understanding about something. Just know and understand what you're asking. Because when you learn what it is that you want to know, you may wish that you hadn't known it after all. You know that phrase, ignorance is bliss? That energy of be careful what you wish for. There is knowledge being offered to you, but there is a price to pay for that knowledge. This is such an interesting reading here. And the price may be simply responsibility. Like, once we know something, sometimes we have a responsibility then to act. And it's up to you whether you intuitively feel, instinctively feel that the price that you pay for what you learn is worth it. So that's a random side message here. But there's also this energy here. Oh, interesting. Look what's on the bottom of the deck. It says, I trust the answers I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real. Teresa of Avila. And once again, there's this energy of knowledge, right? This is knowledge garnered from within. And how do we garner knowledge from within? Usually through meditation, right? Through getting quiet with the self, going inward. So learning to trust yourself, learning to trust your own intuition. It's like time to stop questioning yourself. But this energy here, so it is an energy in the first half of 2023. You may find a lot of joy through giving. You may find, and so this is the thing. This is how we figure out the balance, right, with giving and receiving. If we are giving to others and we feel like we're being filled up as a result of that, then it's healthy. If we're giving to others and we're feeling depleted as a result, that's when we know that it's unhealthy, and we need to set some boundaries, and we need to perhaps step back and give ourselves time to receive, to fill back up again. All right? So it's finding that balance. Some of you guys may find a lot of joy in giving. Just make sure that you're feeling full from the act of giving. And make sure that it's coming from a place of pure intention and love. Not the need for love, but just coming out of love itself. But definitely that energy of giving and service is going to be really powerful for you guys. I think the ways that you can give back to nature, to the environment, to other people, to the world as a whole, and showing mercy, especially if there's somebody here who, with this energy of secrets, say you find out something about somebody else, something that somebody else did, have some mercy, have some gentleness with them. Understand that we all do the best we can with what we've got. Yeah, we all do the best we can with what we've got. And honestly, the phrase that came to mind was, not all of us are operating from a full deck. All right, so, yeah. Just be merciful with others. Be merciful with yourself. Remember that the universe is merciful. All right, so there's nothing, this is coming back to that energy of guilt, those burdens, right? There is nothing that you've done that does not warrant forgiveness. It doesn't even actually need to be forgiven, right? But we're going to go with the concept of forgiveness anyway. In the eyes that everything is perfect and everything is happening just as it should, nothing that we do technically needs forgiveness. But in this going with this line of thought here to get this sort of message or energy across here, nothing that you have ever done is so bad that you cannot and you do not deserve to be shown mercy, to be forgiven. All right, the energy. It's like some of you guys, 2023 is about learning how to see and understand the universe as a merciful and beneficial place. And I forget who it was, who the quote is by, but there's somebody who essentially said, I almost want to say it was Einstein, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure who it was. But they essentially said, the most important decision that you will ever make is whether the universe is benevolent or, and I forget the other word used, but essentially is the universe merciful and good, or is the universe harsh and uncaring and cold? Because whatever you decide the universe is, that's what's going to be reflected to you in your experience. So some of you guys, this first half of 2023 is really about you deciding, do I live in a benevolent universe or do I not? Clear. And how would you behave? What choices would you make if you believe that you did live in a benevolent universe? And those are the choices you're being called to make. All right, I want to pull a couple tarot for you guys, and then we're going to move into the second half of 2023. All right, let's get a couple tarot for Gemini. First half of 2023. And I'm hearing abundance here, so I feel like some of you guys are focused on your abundance, building and creating abundance. I feel like some of you guys may be struggling in this regard. And we have the Nine of Swords out. And so right there, if you are, it has to do with being in your head too much. Let's see what else we have. We have the Page of Pentacles that came out with the Judgment card. And the Nine of Swords. So for some of you guys, in this first half of 2023, there's going to be a choice or a decision that you have to make that you're not going to be, it's not going to be comfortable for you. It's not going to be something, it's going to cause you some heartache. Whatever this decision is that you have to make. Whether this is for some of you guys, say like cutting somebody out of your life that you really love because they're just, their energy is not healthy for you. That's just an example that's coming to mind. You'll know what this is when the time comes. There's been some choice or some decision. And for some of you guys, you know exactly what this is because it has been keeping you up at night. Knowing that you're being called to action in some area of your life, and it's not an action that you want to take. It's not an action that you want to take, but it is necessary. Tell me more about this Page of Pentacles here. In relation to this spread. Tell me more about this Page of Pentacles. For some of you guys, this could be something good too. You got the Wheel of Fortune coming out here. It could be like an offer like you get offered something, but for some reason, whatever this offer is, it's causing you distress, whether it's because it requires you to leave people behind. It requires you to give something up that you don't feel ready to give up yet. It requires you to step up in a way that you're not sure if you're ready for. I don't know. This is like, you know, because even good things can cause us stress. And then what do we have here? We have the Three of Wands and the Three of Cups. And these are both inverted. I don't know if I'm going to keep them that way or not. No, what I'm feeling from this is really interesting. So for some of you guys, this is going to be like a painful choice that you have to make. For some of you guys, this is like a choice. It's something that's being offered to you, but you're conflicted about taking it for whatever reason. But it's really interesting because this is something you've waited for a really long time. Something that's coming through, something that you're being offered, that you've been waiting on this for a very long time. And it's a blessing. Or it would have been a blessing if it had come through in the time that you wanted it, interestingly enough. But now for some of you guys, it doesn't feel like a blessing because now it's requiring a sacrifice. That's what it feels like. It's requiring a sacrifice that you're not sure if you're ready or willing to make. And for some of you guys, I feel like it was like the fantasy of this thing was kind of like keeping you afloat. And now that the reality of this thing is coming into your reality, like you're not really sure. It's like you're not sure if you want it anymore. Or you're not sure if having it is worth what you would have to do. The actions that you would have to take. Really interesting. For some of you guys, this has to do with a job. Maybe a job that's requiring you to move or change location. For some of you guys, this is like somebody, a lover coming back in, offering you the world after you've already moved on, and you're in a relationship with somebody else. Yeah, really interesting. All right, any final cards here? Ace of Swords. And I just naturally put that down right on top of the Nine of Swords here. So there is going to be some sort of breakthrough here, some sort of clarity. It's like in relation to the spread that I just pulled here, this would be like when this thing is offered to you, it makes you really clear about what it is that you actually want. Like maybe you didn't know until all of a sudden you had to give up something in order to get something, and you realized how important the thing that you'd have to give up was. It's like it shows you what really matters and what's really important. For some people too, this is a message coming through. This is more about that secrets kind of an energy here. There's a message that comes through that, and like this is that knowledge that we were talking about. You gain some knowledge, some insight, some information that you didn't have before, and it really changes things. Because you can't unknow what you now know. And there's some sort of call to action around the information that you receive, like something needs to be done as a result of what you now know. But with this Ace of Swords here, it does feel like, and this World card, it does feel like ultimately, if you are pushed to action, Don't sit and obsess over the action. That's that Nine of Swords energy. Got the Six of Cups coming out here. Yeah, for some of you guys, this is definitely somebody from the past, related to something from the past. What was I just saying there? Sorry, guys. Don't sit in this energy of obsessing. If you know that something has to be done, it's easier to just do it than to sit. The longer you sit and obsess over it and go over and over in your head all the possibilities, all the ways that it could go wrong, right? Because we rarely go over the ways it could go right. We usually go over the ways it could go wrong. That's just adding to the stress. And it's like taking decisive action. When you know within your heart that an action needs to be taken, just take the action. It's going to be a lot easier than sitting in the anxiety of trying to figure out when and how and where. Clear. Call on Archangel Michael. That Ace of Swords reminded me of Archangel Michael too. Call on him to assist you if you need that extra boost of courage. All right. And then on the bottom of the deck here, we had Akalanda, the goddess of never not broken. Everything happens for my liberation. I choose to become only more love. Right? So it's all about perspective. Do you see the opportunity in all of your situations? Do you see and understand that you are the creator of your reality? Are you ready to take creative control of your reality? Clear. All right. And then we have Kali here, right? The destroyer. I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. All right, that energy just coming through over and over again for you guys. Step into your truth in this beginning of 2023. Clear. Everything that does not resonate with your truth, I feel like, is slowly going to begin to be stripped away. So that the more with the release it with ease, try not to resist, and it can be a really profound and liberating experience. Clear. The rewards for really stepping into your truth and embodying the truth of who you are more than can be counted. We have the source of all on the bottom of the deck here. A really deep and profound, clear connection to yourself, to the truth of who you are, is possible for you guys. But you have to embrace that within. In order to have the connection you want to have with Source, you have to embrace the self first. Right? Because remember, you are Source. All right? So if you don't trust yourself, if you don't love yourself, you are Source. So in effect, you are not trusting Source. You are not loving Source. If you love Source, you must love yourself by default. All right, let's move into the second half of 2023. Wow, we went 48 minutes just on the first half, you guys. It's going to be an intense 2023 for you guys, I think. All right, what do I want to pull for you? We're going to pull a couple Quantum Oracle for the second half of 2023 for my Geminis. Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. Clear. Heavy placements in Gemini. Second half of 2023. I think the events of the first half of 2023 are really going to push you into more of your truth if you haven't been living that in some aspect of your life. It's going to reveal your own truth to you if you don't know it, right? Some of us, we're not even aware of what some of our truths are, what we truly think, feel, and believe, what we truly want. The first half of 2023 is going to show you. And the second half of 2023, first card out is the Ascended Masters. Yeah, so there's a major spiritual upgrade for you guys in the second half of 2023. As you, especially if you are able to step more into the truth of who you are, you have a lot of support coming through. We have commitment coming out. So for some of you guys, this is a deeper commitment to your spiritual path. I'm definitely feeling that energy. For some of you guys as well, this is where you're being asked to commit fully in some area of your life, whether this is to a relationship, whether this is to a project or a new career path, a higher path of learning, a deeper level of study. Whatever this is, this back and forth energy on the bottom of the deck, that's the energy you're being called to move out of. Remember, you guys, as mutable air, you guys, back and forth tends to be an energy that you guys are very comfortable being uncomfortable in, I guess is a way that I would put that. So you're being asked to really nail something down, to really commit to something and put all of your energy and effort behind it, to give 110% of yourself to what is worthwhile. And you're being supported, heavily supported in the unseen realms. And for some of you guys, this is definitely like also a soul contract that you're fulfilling in the second half of 2023. And it feels like perhaps a new soul contract, or the completion of one. It's either the completion of for some, or a brand new soul contract for others. Angels of the Four Directions, Spirit also wanted to pop out. Yeah, so you got a lot of assistance, a lot of spiritual assistance in the second half of 2023. From your guides, angels, the Ascended Masters. And I will read you guys the Angels of the Four Directions cards, because it gives you specific angels that you can call on for specific things. And I think that's going to be helpful for you guys. So I will read that before we conclude this portion. But this is also like you committing to a direction. If you've been kind of floating through life up until this point and you haven't really had a trajectory, there's like there's a direction that your soul wants to take. There's something your soul wants to commit to. You're going to know what this is. And you're being asked to commit and to move powerfully in that direction. Then we had New Beginnings. It was inverted with Kindred Partnership. And so for some people with the New Beginnings inverted, I'm feeling for some that this may be somebody that you're already with. I feel like there's somebody who's going to be watching this who your relationship may be struggling due to having lost a child. And this may have been like a miscarriage or something like that, a pregnancy that didn't go to term. Somebody may be healing from that. But I also just feel there's something here with the inversion of this energy. I want to pull a couple Intuit Oracle to get a little extra energy on this. Clear. Some people, it does feel like there's brand new love coming in for you. For other people, I feel like it's an existing partnership that wants to be worked on or healed. But yeah, the New Beginnings, I'm feeling more like what it is people coming into your reality. They may be new to you in this life, but they're not new. They're not new. They are soulmates of yours. You have past lives and energy together with this person. And it's not just like romantic relationships. This could also be like friendships coming into more of your soul tribe. There definitely is romantic energy here for some. Let me get some more on this romantic energy. That aspect of this. Yeah, we got the stork coming out with the raccoon. Yeah, I'm feeling like a lost pregnancy for somebody. But I'm also feeling like if you did lose a child, if you say you were trying to conceive and you had a miscarriage, you may become pregnant again in the second half of 2023. Regardless, the relationship is worth working on. Whether you gain or lose a child, whether you're struggling with fertility, make sure that you honor and nurture your relationship because it's important. It is a kindred partnership and connection. There's a lot of love there. There's a lot of love there, so allow for that person. I almost feel for somebody, it's like the energy of like, do you love me enough to just, if we don't end up having children, if it's just you and I, do you love me enough? Will I be enough? That's what someone's trying to figure out in a relationship. And I almost feel like for somebody, when you do decide that the two of you are enough, then you may actually be surprised. You may end up with another. Some people also, I feel like some people may decide to adopt. Like if fertility has been an issue, you may decide that you want to adopt together instead. Then we have the element of earth coming out. Grounded, realistic, methodical, dependable. Two 17s, which is interesting. The raccoon and the stork are both 17s. The raccoon is creativity, problem solving, asking questions, resourcefulness. Though for those who are having somebody new coming in, this person may be an earth sign, or if you are attracting new soul tribe during the second half of 2023, they be very grounded, practical people that you're attracting into your reality. And remember the element of earth, you guys are working a lot with nature and with the earth in general in this first half of 2023. So it makes sense that earth energy is coming out for you again. But this is also the energy that's just saying, if you feel stuck, if you have a relationship where you're feeling stuck, you're having difficulty connecting, if you are having difficulty, like we said, some people, it's like difficulty conceiving. Even if you have like a business that you're trying to start, something that you're trying to do, whatever this endeavor is, get creative about the ways that you approach it and go about it. Be tenacious, be methodical, be practical, right? And grounded in your approach, but try some different things. Be willing to shift and change. Don't have too rigid of an idea about how you're going to get what you want and even what it is exactly that you want. Let things be more fluid. Call upon your mutable nature. Yeah, definitely. If there is a current relationship, it's worth putting work into. I definitely feel that energy. Then we have the beaver. Persistence. Making dreams real. Yeah, so as you move through 2023, you guys are being called. We have the child on the bottom of the deck. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, so I do feel like somebody, there's definitely an energy of developments around children. But yeah, if you want to make your dreams real in 2023, persistence is key. Your daily habits and routines are key. Making sure that you are working towards your goals on a daily basis. Making sure that you have a focused Gemini energy can be very all over the place, right? Jack of all trades, master of none. So this year is really calling you to master something. You get to decide what that is, but it's calling you to commit to and master something this year. Be persistent. Do the same things every day. Instill practical, grounded habits in order to meet your goals. Persistence pays off. Keeping at it. I want to pull a couple cards as well. For those where a new partnership is coming in. Clear. For those who have a new partnership coming in, let's get some energy on that. And of course, I'm saying this is worth working on if it's overall a beneficial relationship, right? A respectful, loving relationship. All right, we have Libra coming out, which is the Justice card, the King of Air, with the Church. Yes, some of you guys could be getting married this year. And that timing says during the fall. I see marriage. I see marriage for some and I see divorce for others. So, perhaps there will be some who are listening to this and saying, I've tried hard enough. We've worked long enough at this. It's not improving. Things are not shifting and changing. There is no new beginning here. And you really are ready and you know that it's time to throw in the towel because this is how it feels. For some of you guys, you may find out that somebody, if this will especially apply to people who possibly find out that there's another person involved, that somebody was cheating. I do feel there is some of that energy for some. For others, it's just like you have different values. You have different things that are important to you. And you're just not syncing up. You're not on the same page. And so you're going to know if that resonates for you, then you may be leaving a relationship. For others, you may be committing to somebody. You may be meeting somebody during the second half of 2023 and like really falling in love quickly, I feel like, for some. Yeah, we have the Heart. We have the End, but this is mutable energy. And then we have Venus, the goddess of love. Yeah, so for some of you guys, it's gonna be an all over the place kind of year for Gemini for love, I think. Some people, like I said, there's definitely energy of relationships ending. On some people, there's energy of new relationships beginning. For some of you guys, it's like one door closes and another door opens. Yeah, just be mindful if you meet somebody and it's like that love at first sight kind of energy and you're really getting carried away with each other. I wouldn't go and elope right away or anything like that. I would kind of like take the time to continue to get to know each other, because with this mutable energy here, it feels like for some of you guys, it may be like a push-pull kind of an energy. Like that mutable, changeable energy that we were talking about that you guys can kind of embody sometimes, where it's like one twin wants something, the other twin wants something else. So you don't want to jump into something and then find out that you maybe moved a little too quickly. But I think whatever you do is going to be, yeah, I feel like somebody's not going to listen to this. I feel like somebody, we got the woman coming out twice. Feminine energy, the loving woman and the woman here. Yeah, I feel like somebody's going to listen to this and but then like you're going to meet this person and the energy, it's going to be such a whirlwind of energy that you may end up tying the knot very quickly anyway. And just being like, oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about. You know, this is it. And maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it is. But I feel like for somebody, it's like if you do this, you may end up married and divorced within the same year. But it's going to be worth, I'm telling you, it's going to be worth the ride. It's going to be worth the ride. A lot of passion. A lot of passion here. Yeah. And for some of you guys too, I feel like you may be, there's somebody watching this who is, who has relationships with women or people who identify as women. And there's a very interesting woman coming into your reality. For others of you too, it's a beneficial woman coming into your life. She may not be necessarily just as a relationship. This may be like a mother type figure. This may be somebody who has that beautiful nurturing feminine energy that comes into your life and really touches you in some way, touches your heart in some way. Brings healing to you. And there's also this energy of really nurturing and healing and working with your divine feminine. Yeah, for some of you guys, it's like, remember how we talked about the heart opening at the beginning of this reading? It's like your heart ends up wide open and then you draw somebody in. Anything else on this here? Cancer, cardinal sign of water, king of water. So we got water energy too. Yeah, the guidance here is to allow things to develop over time and try not to get too carried away too quickly. But like I said, some of you will. Yeah, we got the man that came out then. Got the woman and the man here. And I'm not saying for everyone who experiences this love at first sight kind of an energy that it's going to end badly. I'm not even saying, even if it's, say, like this energy of somebody getting married and then getting divorced, if this does happen, doesn't necessarily mean you guys won't end up together again. It just means, I feel like there's some wild, chaotic energy in there. But it doesn't feel all bad. You know what I mean? There may be some back and forth. There may be some back and forth. We have the fish, resources, finances, prosperity. So that's beautiful energy for those. Didn't we pick up on some people who were looking to increase their prosperity and abundance this year? Then we got the Celtic knot coming out with the crow. Divine union, enduring love, remembering, mystery, magical power, an omen. Yeah, so for those of you who have somebody coming into your reality, especially this like whirlwind, like intense love at first sight kind of energy that I was talking about, it could be like a twin flame type energy or connection. They're definitely a past life energy, and they definitely activate some of your own innate magical gifts. and you remember them from a past lifetime, you're going to recognize them. Even if you don't remember the lifetime, you're going to, when you lock eyes, you're going to recognize who they are. Your souls will recognize each other. Yeah. And some of you guys, I mean, you may not have, I was picking up on that whirlwind energy, that kind of chaotic energy for some. It may not be for everyone. Some of you guys, you may just be meeting a powerful soulmate. Yeah, the ring. And you may, like, and maybe you won't go through the drama. The drama may not be for everyone. Stars, wishes coming true. Yeah. Yeah, for somebody you may, so like I said, this is a general reading. There's a lot of energy coming through here. I'm definitely feeling that whirlwind energy, like I said. But don't take that to mean that if you meet somebody and you have this intense connection, they're not the one. It just means, like, maybe take your time getting to know each other to an extent. Don't throw everything. Don't go all in all at once. Right? Take your time. Allow things to develop. Allow your connection to continue to develop. Because somebody here is getting exactly what they always dreamed of. And you will end up married to this person, even if you don't get married all at once. And I saw another water card, so they could be a water sign. Air sign, water sign. We had Earth come through. Clear. It's that energy, remember, that came through in the beginning of the reading, to the energy of getting what you always wanted and not knowing what to do with it. That could be some of what that chaotic energy was too. Like if you meet somebody who almost feels too good to be true, and just the intensity of that causes that back and forth kind of an energy. But ultimately, it feels good. Alright, clear. Alright, I'm going to close with this Angels of the Four Directions card for you guys. Remember I said that there is specific guidance here for working with different angels. I feel like this is going to be helpful for somebody watching this. So yeah, to summarize that, we'll just say if you start 2023 in a partnership, you may end it not in one. If you started out single, you may end up married by the end of it. And absolutely anything else in between. It's regardless, for a lot of you Geminis, it's going to be quite an active year when it comes to love and romance. And look what's on the bottom of the deck here. Courage, planning, and action with great achievement. All right, so that's just a reminder from Spirit as well. Be brave. Go after what you want. Know that you can have it. Set your sights on a goal and see that through. If you have the courage and the confidence and you believe in yourself, if you take the necessary steps, you take grounded action towards your goals, you can achieve great things this year. All right, let's see. Here we go. Uriel, the angel of the north, is a source of immensely valuable inspiration. If you're working on a creative project or you just need some new ideas on some old issues, Uriel is ready and willing to help. This angel connects you to the universal energy and Akashic information that exists all around you. So call on Uriel to leave any dark confusion behind and bring the insight you require at this time. This fire of God will certainly light up your life. The next messenger in this upright card is Raphael, the Archangel of the East. This wonderful angel supports you with matters of love, healing, children, and relationships. So invite his presence to help resolve your love and relationship issues and to bring the physical healing you desire. The energy of this angel is so powerful, he is often called the miracle worker. When you receive this card upright, you know that it's time to open your heart and your life to Raphael's loving assistance. The miracle you seek is closer than you think. All right. And I'm going to read you the other two for the reversed as well. Let's see. Archangel Michael, the Archangel of the South, can touch your life with strength and stability. You may be experiencing a situation in which you've been feeling a loss of power, but now is the time to turn that around. Call on Michael to help you deal with any feelings of insecurity, whether physical, personal, or financial. This is a time of major shifts. Believe in yourself and take action on your own behalf. Michael will infuse you with the strength you need to rise. This card reversed also brings Gabriel, the Archangel of the West. He is the angel of communication, and he can be of assistance in communication projects and careers. He can also help you change your self-talk. Engage in the optimistic and self-honoring language that you know you deserve. Gabriel will help make your self-loving language a reality. He can also empower you to speak up to others. If you have the habit of shutting down, or even if there's just something you need to express, now is the time to open up. Sometimes Michael and Gabriel together join to assist in this endeavor. Michael brings the courage and Gabriel the words. So get ready. It's time to speak your truth. And the affirmation is, I invite the power and wonderful energy of insert archangel's name. I ask for help and healing concerning whatever issue, and I give thanks. All right, so I feel all those archangels coming through to assist you guys in 2023. And it's really interesting. I don't know if my mic picked up on the sirens outside, but I know somebody who equates the sound of ambulance sirens with the archangels. So I think that's really interesting that I heard that going by as I was reading. I think they specifically link it to Archangel Michael. And we were reading about Archangel Michael there. Clear. So working with and calling on any of those angels, those are all things that came up in the reading, right? The stuff with children, relationships, the self-talk, the courage, the confidence, the believing in ourselves, the financial projects and things like that. And I was going to pull some cards for you on the finances, but I realized that the answer to that has been coming up over and over again. Get your sights set on what you want. Cut out all the extraneous energies so you're not focusing your energy in a million places. Focus it directly on what is most important. Take the grounded action steps needed, right? Take that consistent, resilient, grounded action towards your goals, and you can have great financial success. All right. I think I'm going to pull a closing card for you guys. I'm just trying to decide. Clear. As I was saying that, the Starseed Oracle popped out at me. So I'm going to pull a closing card for you guys from the Starseed Oracle. Clear. Give me a closing card for Gemini 2023. Gemini 2023 closing card. Closing guides for all my beautiful starseed Geminis. That was quick. The Blue Flame. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Ooh, that's a great card, you guys. And I am going to read that for you. This is a card of awakening and energetic upgrades. Perhaps you're going through a period of spontaneous awakening, receiving visions and having experiences that are out of the ordinary. In the West, little is known about the process of spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when we're going through it alone. Elsewhere, they can be seen as auspicious experiences, with those going through them being treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activating beings with great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structures. They appear in moments of extreme awakening, activating a physical kundalini awakening and deep cellular and DNA healing. Many people glamorize the awakening process. However, in reality, it's much messier and more difficult than most of us believe. We must first let go of what we think we know for sure and how we make sense of the world. This isn't easy. The awakening process, even when it's spontaneous, takes a considerable amount of time to integrate. An awakening without integration can leave us feeling very ungrounded. If you're in the midst of an awakening, the process never ends. Treat this time as a deeply sacred and give yourself ample space to ground and integrate the extreme changes you're going through. And the activation or affirmation is, I allow myself to surrender to the awakening process that's right for me. I take things slowly and integrate my experience each and every day. So there's going to be some powerful awakenings for you guys in 2023. Some of these are going to be spontaneous in that they kind of come out of nowhere. So you're going to want to take care. This is why the earth energy was coming through so strongly in the beginning of the reading too. You're going to want to take a lot of care to give yourself time to ground and integrate. All right. Give yourself time to integrate each new activation and experience. The portals I'm feeling for you guys are going to be really strong this year. You're going to be feeling those energies very strongly, especially like the 1111 is coming to mind, which they do call the awakening code. But any of the portals for you guys may be really, really powerful. Whatever portal you just thought of when you heard me say that is probably going to be the most powerful one for you. But you guys are going through major shifts and awakenings, and that's why it's going to be so important for you to speak and live your truth. You may find your truth shifting and changing your perception of reality and what is truth shifting and changing. There's going to be a lot, even at a cellular level, shifting within you. And your awareness of yourself and the world and your awareness of others as well is going to, I keep seeing that Ace of Swords cards in my mind, is going to continue to grow. And as your awareness grows, it's going to call a lot of things into question. That's why grounding and connecting with the earth is going to help you avoid the racing of the mind. That's why meditation is going to be so important for you guys. Working with water, cleansing with water, detox baths, salt baths. Just really take take good care of yourselves this year. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be intense. We have the void on the bottom of the deck here with earth under that. Right? That grounding energy coming in again. Stop, embrace the winter, the great cosmic womb. Yeah, so for some of this year, you guys may feel like you're floating through a void. And when you're in this void energy, this is the time when it's time to just let yourself be in that space. It's going to be a balance for you guys of the masculine and the feminine. The giving and receiving, the action and the inaction. All right? So pay attention to when you're being guided to be receptive, when you're being guided to pull your energy back and integrate, right? And what it is that you're being guided to kind of burst and push forward. Because there is movement. But for you guys, I feel like it's going to be more... I feel like there's going to be a lot of powerful internal shifts this year. But it's going to be more about establishing the habits and routines that keep you consistent in your life and keep you grounded and stabilized as you go through all of these powerful shifts. So create a grounding routine. All right? Create a self-care routine. These things are going to be really important for you guys. And yes, focus on what it is you want to achieve. But pick that one thing that's most important and put time and energy into that, because you're not going to have the energy to have a million projects going on. There's too much shifting internally within you. All right, and like we said, sometimes you're going to be floating in this energy. So, yeah, you're not going to have time to scatter your energy. You're going to need to really focus on what's important and take some consistent grounded steps toward that. But don't overwhelm yourselves, because there's like we said, a lot of powerful activation for you guys. And the blue light beings may come through in meditation. They may come through during some of these portals. They may do, you guys may be receiving some psychic surgery. They may be giving you upgrades. So embrace that. Yeah. And keep holding your vision clear for what this earth can be. Work with the earth, listen to her. Help to do something to help her. And let her show you. Co-create this new earth with the earth herself. That's what it feels. That's what I'm feeling for you guys. And really stay tapped into the power of your heart. It's a big heart opening. Throat, third eye, and heart. Big chakras for you guys this year. Especially the throat and the heart. I'm feeling. All right, I love you guys. You're amazing. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. If you know another Gemini who would enjoy this reading, go ahead and share it with them. If you have not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment below. Let me know how this reading resonated for you. Let me know how you're doing. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you so much. If you feel so moved to donate, there are links below in the description box, as well as a thanks button now. But just know that your presence here is as good as a donation. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you, as I'm sure I just said. And I hope you have an amazing 2023. Talk to you soon. Bye.